Hi everyone, in today's video we're looking at how to use TCM Weaver to find single herbs that you can add to other formulas that are going to do specific functions. So for example, I've got Shaosan opened up here and I've used my wander mode to see the ingredients. By the way, we can also see the Dui connections. You can see those links there, like Fuling and Baiju, and all. You can see all the connections here. We can actually see that Xiaoyao Gansatong is contained inside Shaosan, right? You can see this immediately when you start looking. So what I want to do is I'm going to say, okay, I've got a patient who I want to give Shaosan to because it fits their general constitution, but I want to modify it with one or two single herbs. For example, maybe this patient has really bad insomnia, right? So I want to find an herb that treats insomnia. And let's say I want to find an herb that treats insomnia, and if possible, I want to find an herb that treats insomnia and pain, right? So I'm going to go over to my text view, and all the Shaosan information is opened up, but I'm going to use my text search, and I'm going to look for pain and insomnia. And I just put both these terms in, and I've got 35 results, but just know that I want to filter these out because all I want to see are single herbs. So let's see what comes up. We've got 12 different single herbs that treat pain and insomnia. How cool is that? So we've got things from different categories, right? We've got some Shen calmers, we've got heat clearers, we've got a blood tonic. So what I want to do now is just start to explore some of these, and I can look and go, okay, Hupo, Hohuanpi, right? Which one's looking good based on my needs for this case? And so the different types of pain are going to be the metric. Like, I'm kind of making this example up, but if you had the Shaosan and you have like menstrual pain and insomnia and you want to add something, it may be the Hupo, because check this out. We've got over here some information and we can see why it came up, because it came up for insomnia and painful menses, right? So now we can see this herb is doing these two jobs. Is it something we want to add into the formula? Is that how we want to customize, right? We can think about that. Another way to look at it is to go, oh no, they've got more of like a B syndrome type thing. So maybe this Yajiaotong, right? We can see that we've got the keywords insomnia came up and just like general pain, right? And this of course is a vine. It's got this action of unblocking the channels. So depending on the kind of pain the patient has, right? If they've got kind of more like just general physical pain, even somebody with like fibromyalgia, right? Maybe this would be a good thing to add for that kind of case if they had a lot of insomnia, irritability. So we can use this approach to modify our formulas by finding these unicorn herbs that have that'll do multiple things at once, right? So maybe I want to find something else. Maybe it's they have a headache, right, and insomnia. So I'm just going to add that in, and let's see what kind of herbs come up. Wow, interesting. Fushen, Suja. Right, what's this about? Let's see. I wouldn't have thought of that one. So what are we getting here? We got the insomnia and the headache, right? Those are indications for Siwuja. That's really interesting. Siberian ginseng. Wouldn't have thought of that, but I found it now because I'm looking at these cross-sectional searches. And of course, you can start to compare things also based on the energetics. Like maybe you want it to be a warm herb that does this. So let's actually add that in quotes, warm herb. And now we'll see only the results that came up are warm herbs that treat headache and insomnia. Yeah, and now we could think about how we're going to add those into our formula. So if I go back to my graph view, I've got now on the board all the things that I selected, and I can start to think about this Shaosan and what's in there and how I want to proceed. You know, if maybe I decide, oh, the Hupo, you know, I don't, well, why was that in here? Oh, let me check these notes, and I can read it again. I can say, oh yeah, this was something that matched the search, but it's for menstrual pain, and this patient doesn't really have that. I'm going to actually get that off the board. And you can just start to create your custom formula right there, very visually, very easily, and we're pulling across all different categories to find something that's going to work.